Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to a new episode of When You're Delusional, You're Gonna Be on TikTok. I do hope you're gonna enjoy the video, so let's just get into it.
It can be so frustrating to be a female artist because it feels like the expectation is that you have to look a certain way for people to listen to your music and take you seriously. And then when you actually try and you live up to that standard, no one takes you seriously because they think you're just a pretty face. I guess just one of the many conundrums and ironies of misogyny.
Yeah, I know, right? Take me for example. I would have assumed that someone who pretends to be an artist would have a higher IQ than a boiled egg, and if for some reason she would not know the definition of the word misogyny, she would at least bother to check it up. There are a lot of celebrities that made it big despite the fact that they were not a pretty face. Something else helped them make it big, and it's called talent. And there are a few celebrities that made it big just because they are a pretty face. Some of them started complaining once they reached 40 that all they've been was a pretty face. Man, what a big shock. But despite the fact that you're a pretty face or not, you can still make it big if you work hard enough, if you have talent, and if you're not complaining on TikTok about misogyny. This is just me after listening to some of your music, and you didn't make it big because misogyny. You didn't make it that big at least because you sound like a raging donkey trying to yell at me. And even me saying that still doesn't make me a misogynist, cause I'm simply not one. I am a chauvinistic pig though, and I'll admit it, so at least learn the difference.
Nothing grosses me out more than seeing married men or men in committed relationships looking other women up and down while their wife or significant other is looking the other way. And I always pay attention. Like if a woman walks by and she has a stunning body or a stunning face, I watch immediately the men in my group to see how they look at her and if they choose to indulge themselves with lust or if they choose to look away in honor of their partner. Is very disappointing. The results are disappointing, my friend. Or if you've been the girl on the receiving end of that, when a guy is with his partner and you catch him looking at you, you're just like, what the hell is wrong with you? That really genuinely makes me sick to my stomach.
Oh no, you should probably take a trip to the pharmacy if you have an upset stomach. Yeah, people are attracted to beauty. We look, you look. Stop pretending whenever you see an attractive guy somewhere, your first instinct is to look away. You're gonna check him out the same way we're gonna check you out. I know there's a difference between staring and looking, but no one is staring at you like they want to sleep with you. Those people staring should stop, I agree with you, but that doesn't happen as often as you're trying to say it does. Sometimes even the girl you're with is gonna look at a beautiful woman and she's gonna point her out to you. It happened to me plenty of times and I'm pretty sure it happened to a lot of us. But before I'm gonna let the next video make a few more points for me, at least the men from your group, the ones that you were talking about in your video, know exactly what you think about them.
So a really awkward situation happened yesterday when I was out with my fiance. We're out shopping at Aritzia and we walk in and I notice this girl is there and I'm like, oh, she's really pretty. That was my first and only thought of her. We start shopping and I noticed that everywhere we went, she went. It literally felt like she was following us, but I tried to ignore it. And then I noticed that she was getting really, really close to Nick. Every single place he was at, she was like right there next to him. So I'm like, okay, weird. Finally, Nick looks at me. I never said anything and he was like, what the like, this chick is so close to me. I'm very uncomfortable. What is going on? So I look at her and she's looking at Nick and she looks at him and gives him this look. Like fully trying to be so sexy and doing the most. And I'm like, okay, like what do you think is happening here? Like you think you're about to steal my man? She continues to give him these looks, knowing fully that I'm like aware of it and I'm like watching her. She looks at me and she was like, she scoffed at me. Like, what are we in high school? Why are you mad at me? I just let you follow us for 30 minutes around the store while you gave my man sexy looks and I just sat there and was like, okay, like you're weird. Also, what do people like that think is happening? Like, do they think that the guy is leaving and then thinking about her all night? No. Well, I mean, some men maybe, but like, no. Nick, as soon as we left, was like, that was so embarrassing for her. I'm so uncomfortable. If you're that person, maybe just like, don't be that person because it's really awkward and also disrespectful, especially if you're going to scoff at his woman.
Well, apparently, easier said than done. She is gonna be that woman, obviously, and she's probably gonna be the same woman that is gonna go on TikTok or whatever else complaining about men, how men are trash, maybe how she can't find a good man, or like the artist from earlier complaining about misogyny.
Guys, I'm cringing. I lied to get out of a date and it backfired on me. So last week I was in Miami and I met this like Moroccan prince on a yacht that I was on. So we end up hitting it off and I give him my number and he asks me to a sushi date at Komodo. and your girl was not gonna say no to some free sushi. So when he asked me out, I was still a little drunk, so I was like, yeah, I'll go. And this was Friday, and the date was gonna be on Sunday. So by the time Sunday came around, my friends wanted to go out to dinner and go out to a club. So it was either go out with him or go out with the girls. Last night in Miami, obviously I'm gonna choose the girls. So I had the worst anxiety, like trying to think of a lie to get out of this date. So I end up telling him I'm flying home early and we'll get together another time. So we get to the restaurant and we are waiting at the bar for our table. And guess who walks in?
Alright, I heard enough lies for tonight. Yeah, the 19, soon to be 20 years old prince from Morocco walked in and turned into Tooth Fairy. Aladdin gave you a ride on his magic carpet, and when you woke up in the morning you realized it was just a dream, and probably you've been trained by a few homeless people because you were too drunk to say no. The least you can do maybe next time when you're gonna try to sell us a lie is make it believable.
These men always come back.
The four homeless people, yeah, they might come back. The prince from Morocco, come on now.
Dear men, trying to hit on a woman while she's at the gym squatting is just as fucking annoying as us trying to hit on you or talk to you in the middle of your stupid fucking video games. Thanks.
You are very welcome. Oh wait, don't hit on you? Okay, I'm not gonna do that. And no one is doing that either. But if by any chance I'm gonna be out on the streets, on my laptop, playing my video games, and I'm gonna be butt naked with my balls showing, you can come to me and say whatever you want. 99.99% of us are going to the gym just to work out. Most of the times we don't even see you. And 99.99% of those of you complaining that you get approached in the gym are just posting thirst trap. We've seen it over and over again, and let me give you an easy solution to this problem. Girl-only gyms, except those are empty and you can call them failed businesses.
If you're like me, you watched this video over and over, looking for somebody that was being a creep, looking for somebody that was staring or harassing her, and all you saw was this man walking over to the Smith machine. And again, if you're doing an unconventional exercise like this woman's doing, or if somebody's in your peripheral, you're going to look. That does not make you a creep. That does not mean you're harassing somebody. This happens in gyms every single day. Somebody commented that, to which she responded. Supposedly, this man has been following her and others around for about 2 years, taking photos, taking videos, things of that nature, which would be unacceptable. To which that person said, well, you didn't give the whole context. She said, I didn't have to. You absolutely have to. If you're going to label somebody or try to expose somebody as being a creep in the gym, you should absolutely give the whole story and not this. As well as, you shouldn't make it out to be a joke as you did in this video, or reply to people that are sincerely curious with sarcasm and other jokes. So if this is true, I really hope that management spoke to this man, that he's been removed, that he's no longer at that gym for you and for everybody's safety. But this isn't a joke, and this type of behavior by men or by anybody in the gym is unacceptable.
I agree, 100%. But isn't you fighting this type of behavior going to the management and complain about that guy? What she chose to do instead was post a video on her account for views and clicks. Now I know by now most of you probably already seen this video, so I'm not gonna bother showing it. But this is just another thirst trap, isn't it? Cause in the end, this is her. From group chats with the community to direct messaging me, respectfully please, to pay-per-view content / special request. What do you think those special requests are? And what do you think that content, that pay-per-view content from this innocent girl that got bothered by some guy watching her in the gym, what do you think that special content is gonna be? Anyway, I'm done for today, finally. So as always, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.